Alpine. Pauline McNeill.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And speaking to the amendments in Joanne Lammert's name in Group 1, I'd like to thank Joanne Lammert for putting these amendments down so we can debate them. What I regard as a very serious omission in the bill, and many women think so too. Sex is a characteristic which matters when it comes to understanding levels of violence, and that's why hundreds of women have written to me and pleaded for the inclusion of sex as an aggravator in law. Many women constituents are not prepared to wait 3 years for a working group, and I wonder why the Scottish Government is so convinced of this route in the midst of daily reports of male violence against women. According to the World Health Organization, 1 in 3 women have faced physical or sexual violence in their life. It is why we have 16 days of action for women and girls who face human trafficking, female genital mutilation, rape, murder, forced prostitution, sexual intimate partner violence. It's why this Parliament had involvement in 16 days of action to notify or to amplify the voices of women. I wonder why Scotland is not leading on this. Women are regularly the target of offending behaviour based on hostility towards their sex, and it's now well established that women in public life face much higher levels of online abuse than men, with consequences for their participation. The proposal to add age to the hate crime protected characteristics leaves sex as the main characteristic that would not be protected but included within the Equality Act. It is an absolute glaring omission. I really don't understand why the Scottish Government is asking women to wait 3 years. The longer the law is unchanged, the bigger the message is reinforced that this is not something which is a priority for this Parliament. And it perhaps reinforces some fears that women do have. I also don't understand if it was the committee's view and Lord Brackadale's view, and as I've said, hundreds of women that feel that sex as an aggravator should be included in the hate crime bill. Why is that not good enough? Why is Lord Brackadale not good enough? But Helena Kennedy and the working group, it does not make any sense to me. You reject one legal opinion, perhaps it's the one you didn't want. It concerns me deeply. I have 2 questions for the Minister on this one. He sums up. I think it would be helpful to know what kind of new law you think a standalone crime would be of misogynistic harassment. What does that look like? How does it differ from domestic violence, all the violent crimes that I outlined? I'm genuinely struggling to see what such a crime is going to look like, since the women are already such the victims of a range of crimes. And why can you not? This is what I'll finish on, Presiding Officer. Why can't the Scottish Government put sex as an aggravator in the bill, but still have a working group 3 years later? If the argument is, well, if we think it should go in, we'll put it back in at that point. Surely you put it in now, and then if Helena Kennedy takes a different view or another view, then we can change the law. Please, I please urge the Parliament to think very seriously about omitting sex as an aggravator in a hate crime bill. It's one of our last pieces of legislation in this Parliament. I urge members to consider very seriously voting for the amendments in these groups to achieve that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms McNeill. Can I